Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. The update today is updating you on some news because there's quite a bit of it about. My question for you right now though is, what do these two records remind you of? While you think about it, we're going to check out the changes in 1.20.6 release candidate 1. And there is very little to talk about here. It's actually a hotfix. Something that got missed was the trader llama losing part of its inventory during an upgrade. Yes, not very exciting, and not reason enough for me to make this video alone, of course. So if you see some more release candidates, maybe a 1.20.7, they're probably just catching some things that, slip through the development cycle, and they're most likely just going to be hotfixes. And just in case you're out of the loop, 1.20.5 is obviously now released, but it was given the name the Armored Paws Drop. And there's been a bit of a confusion with the overlapping developments. So in this one, you get the Armadillo and Armadillo Scoots, as well as Wolf Armor and all the new Wolf variants. There are some new advancements included too, and lots of other changes. If you want to read about this, the article is linked down below. We've also had a big announcement for you Realms users. Realms Plus has now been leveled up with some new features. One of these is a social media feed known as Stories, where you can share comments and screenshots with your fellow Realms members. This sounds like a great way to stay connected, as those times where you're not online together, you'll now be able to share stories and screenshots of what's been going on your Realms. But probably the most exciting to most of you will be the increased render distance. This has gone up by a total of 8 from 12 to 20. Which I find quite surprising, as that's more than Hermitcraft. I'm very curious, what hardware is behind this and how they're getting that to work, because 20 is quite an achievement. So you're probably itching to know about these music discs, right? Well, look at the color scheming here. This is very similar to something we've seen in 1.21. So if you got it, comment down below and let me know. Yes, this is indeed themed with the copper blocks that we've seen in the trial chambers. And this leads me to the big reveal today, which is the name of the 1.20.1 update. It shall be hereby known as the Tricky Trials update. And yes, it does indeed seem like a very fitting name considering the nature of the trial chambers, and I like the use of the copper colors once again. Now, please forgive me if I am remembering incorrectly, but I think Mojang are breaking their trend on the timing with revealing the soundtrack, which was also released today. Here on Twitter, we can see a partial close-up of the cover of the album, and right there in her hand, that is the record disc we've seen. But yes, the soundtrack is on many streaming platforms, including Spotify, which we're looking at right here. There are a total of 4 songs from Aaron Cheroff, Featherfall, Watcher, Puzzle Box, and Precipice. Kumi Tanioka has 3 songs here, which honestly I'm just going to butcher if I try and pronounce these. And Lena Rain is back with a total of 5 songs. We've got Deeper, Eld Unknown, Endless Creator, and then the music box version of that song. And while preparing to make this video, I did in fact take the time to listen to parts of the soundtrack, trying to get a feel for it. I'm definitely going to spend the rest of my evening listening to it in full. Aaron's songs in general feel like a continuation of the vibes from the Trails and Tales update. Kumi's tracks, however, are much more subtle and ambient, a lot of atmosphere going on and very gentle instrumentation. And Lena's music was very similar to the Nether update soundtrack. Not as dark, but leaning in that direction. There was a lot of atmosphere and ambiguity, with the songs generally kind of gently swelling up to a climactic feeling at the end. They were all really enjoyable. But the 2 tracks that need talking about the most are Creator and Precipice. These are big leaps with bold instrumentation. There's guitars in there. There's more of a conventional sound with drums. These are not ambient tracks. And I don't actually think on first listen they really fit the Minecraft vibe that much. But interestingly, Creator is just a music box version of the other song. A music box is a type of instrument, I guess you could say. And that one feels very, very fitting. Now, it was in today's Minecraft Monthly that we actually got to see these music discs revealed. They were in a brief moment of the video, and I asked my friend Stridey to mock up these textures. So these are not in the game. These are just retextured regular discs based on what we saw in that clip. And I don't think I've seen it mentioned anywhere else. It wasn't in a Bedrock preview or a snapshot, or there was a teaser anywhere else. It was just dropped in the video very briefly today, and we just saw a quick glimpse of these 3 discs. So let's just take that at face value and say that this update might come with 3 music discs. And my guess would just be that it would be one for each of the artists that contributed to the soundtrack. But we'll have to wait and see and stay tuned to learn more. Something else I have for you, a little bit of leaked Minecraft news. This image right here that I'm scrolling across can actually be found on Minecraft.net. So that's been leaked and shared around, and it appears to be a new cape. It seems very likely that this is going to be related to the 15-year anniversary of Minecraft. It probably means that all of us who have had an account up to this date will probably get that cape. That's just my guess though, but yeah, there's a new cape coming. It also occurred to me I should mention, with the announcement of the Tricky Trials name, there was no hint at a date when this is going to be released. But with the soundtrack coming out and the announcement that all the major features are done, I won't be surprised if the snapshots maybe quite quickly become pre-releases. We'll have to wait and see what happens, of course. Now, last of all in this video, I'm just going to plug the last couple of videos on my channel. If you use Vanilla Tweaks, there has been lots of stuff added recently. And so for 1.20.5's release, I brought you all up to speed on those new features. And also yesterday, there was an amazingly hilarious episode of Hermitcraft. If you need a giggle, if you need a little bit of laughter, go check out that episode. And that's it from me. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like. Thanks as always for the support, and I'll see you soon with another. Bye-bye.